Hi there. My name is Nagy Bihalik. I'm the founder and CEO of AccuMatch Behavior Intelligence. And today I just want to touch a little bit on the importance of behavior intelligence. What is behavior intelligence? Obviously, it means intelligence about behavior. So what's the value of that, and where does that play a role in coaching, leadership, etc.? Where does it apply? Well, it applies, as I said, maybe when you're interacting with other people, such as clients or team members, etc. These are all behaviors. You're watching me right now. You are watching and observing a set of behaviors: audio, visual, body language, etc. The slides also included in that. So what about conflict, performance, cultural differences? All and more are behaviors. In fact, we can't not behave. Not behaving gets you no results. You need to do something in order to get results. Of course, your thinking is often referred to as the reason we do the things we do. I'm going to dive into that a lot more later on. What about stress? These are, results from behaviors. Maybe your interaction with other people causes you stress, or anxiety under high stress situations, overwhelm, too much work, too many conflicting priorities. How do you deal with that? How do you know what to look for? Are your behaviors conscious? Well, they're probably, when you stop and think about what you're saying and doing, then they are conscious. When you are automatically responding to situations, that's the stuff that you don't really control very well. They are automatic, unconscious habits, such as anger. Totally triggered, automatic response in most cases. I guess deliberately controlling anger and using anger could be thought of as manipulation. We don't go there. That's not exactly what we're talking about. We're talking about the unconscious programs that we run without realizing. And some of those serve us well, but there are many that don't serve us very well. They are usually blind spots that we don't know about. Some triggers, certain things trigger us and we respond without realizing. Is it a good response or a bad response? If it is one that's not serving you well, we call that a blind spot. Judgments, are they historically founded? Often they are. Most cases they are. It's very unlikely that your automatic unconscious judgments about others or situations are conscious. They are always unconscious. Your expectations, your rules for other people are really founded in beliefs and values, and there's a lot more of these. So how do we uncover these? What's the process for doing that? Limiting behaviors often begin with limiting beliefs. But which ones? How do you know? If you knew them, they would no longer be blind spots. It's because you don't know them that they are blind. That's what AccuMatch is allowing us to do. It's allowing us to dive into areas that we call neural programs, and we map 49 of those. There are hundreds of them, of course, but these are the 49 that are critical in a work situation. And they allow us the specificity to accurately look at which behaviors are serving us well and which ones are not. So we don't use labels. We actually want to map the behavior so we can understand and go through a discovery process about where these came from and which ones are serving well, which ones fit well, which ones don't. So I mentioned neural programs. What are neural programs? I think you probably got the gist of that. It's something which happens automatically, causing you to automatically respond without thinking. The neural programs are myelinated networks in your brain that every time you do something, it gets repeated over and over again. Your brain says, okay, we better make a highway for this, and myelinates a sheath around that program so that it can be accessed instantaneously. In fact, in 1/200,000th of a second, that's how fast they think it happens. So unconscious behaviors happen automatically. What are your unconscious behaviors regarding work or task situations when somebody asks you to do something. Who triggers you? And do you know why? Do you want to understand some of these things? Do you struggle perhaps with time management? Are you a procrastinator? Would you like to be better at getting things done? Maybe you're already there. You have strengths and you have weaknesses. We all have them. There is no such thing as, I'm perfect. Okay. Even as we teach this stuff, we learn more about ourselves through that, as well as helping others. So strengths can be empowering, but they can also be disempowering. The wrong strengths, can get you the wrong results, for sure. Just as weaknesses don't get you necessarily the results that you're looking for. So you want to maybe go through a discovery of these, and we use AccuMatch to do that. Discover about yourself or your clients. How would you use AccuMatch with your team members or colleagues or clients that you work with? So AccuMatch will allow you that information, that insight, so that you can better understand yourself, better ask questions of others in areas that, frankly, many people have said this. The questions that we are asking are questions that we have never been trained to ask about in the past, and they are creating huge successes for people, uncovering amazing blind spots. And I look forward to being able to share some of this insight with you during our AccuMatch coaching debriefing session.